Good morning. I hope everybody's doing okay. I still have to get ready. But I wanted to show you this before I go. Isn't it pretty? It's gorgeous. I had some thoughts for today, and this applies to people in, well, pretty much all situations. Um, Half of my life I've been in the substance abuse field. I don't think people realize that, but I have been. That was stuff that I did in Georgia in the 90s. So I've dealt with a lot of people, addiction, mental health issues, um, for a long time. And in doing that, plus probation too, in doing that, one of the things that I have learned to do, because you have to do it, is you have to learn how to detach from outcomes. When you're dealing with clients with substance abuse issues, with mental health issues, you have to learn not to take that home with you and leave it at the door. Like I used to picture when I was working in probation and when I was working in substance abuse treatment, I used to picture a mat. I don't know how to explain that. And when I would walk out the door, I would picture like a bag sitting there of everybody and just dump it there. Because if I don't do that, I would take crap home with me, and then I would be worried about people, places, things, and situations that I cannot change. You cannot change people, places, things, and situations. You can't. Okay? Particularly the people, places, and things. All right? People have to make up their mind. If they're going to get sober, they have to decide that. You can't make them do it. You can't. You're going to burn yourself out trying to think that you can. Okay? So I want to throw that out there because I have some friends in that field that I really, really, really care about, but you can't make somebody get sober. They have to have that willpower to do it themselves. And if they don't, unfortunately, you got to love them enough to let them go, pretty much. And that is hard. I know people are going to sit up in here and say it's easier said than done, but I'm going to tell you that it's something that can be done. Learn how to detach from outcomes. When I have Reiki clients come to me, I don't take their personal stuff. I detach from the whole thing. You cut cords, do whatever you have to do, but detach from those outcomes, because if you don't, you will not only get sick as far as health issues, because you're carrying that stuff with you and it's really bad on the body. I learned that the hard way, trust me. It just messes up everything. So if you need help on cutting cords, if you need help on trying to detach from situations like that, then by all means, let me know, because it can make you really sick. And that's correct. I see your comments this morning, Kimberly. I wanted to, while it's on my mind, just put it out there, because I can tell you in the line of jobs that I've had, I used to take stuff home, and then one day I was like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I can't save the world. I thought I could. You can't. I thought I was able to do it, and once I learned and mastered that I couldn't, and I left all the shit at the door, my life got a lot better. Things got a lot better. And I mean, like I said, it's easier said than done. People are going to say, well, I live with an addict every day, but I know all that shit. But you have to learn how to detach from people, and I have loved people enough to let them go. I'm going to tell you that right now. I have done that, and it was the hardest thing that I had to do. Love you too. It was the hardest thing, really, but I did it. and I didn't like it, and it hurt me, but I had to do it. So I'm saying this out of love for people that I know that are in certain fields of work. I love you, but do not let people, places, and things get you to a low point to where you vibrate on a low level. Not saying that they're a low person. That's not what I mean. Don't pull your vibration down like that. You know, addiction is very baffling. It's something we don't understand. It's heartbreaking when you have to sit there and watch it. You know, but don't get yourself in a situation to where you're altering you, where it mentally affects you, where it begins to affect your health, because then it starts to affect your family, relationships, and everything else, and you do not want that to happen. You don't. Learn how to detach. That's right. There are still people. I have a friend that she don't call me. I haven't heard from her in a while, but I love her from afar. She started doing crack. She became a prostitute. She was such a pretty girl. I got pictures of her. And she started to do crack. She became a prostitute. And when she's high, I'll hear from her. I have to love her from afar. There's nothing that I can do to help her. She does not want substance abuse treatment. So it's jails, institutions, or death for her. You know, that's it. Jails, institutions, death. I used to tell people, well, you've already been to jail. Now you're institutionalized. So what's the next thing? Death. There's nothing you can do. You can't. So for those of you that are out here trying to change another person, their behavior, their people, places, things, just stop and worry about you and do you and look at yourself instead of trying to throw your whole energy into somebody else, because it'll kill you. It'll kill you. I won't see you no more. Trust me. And I'm speaking from the heart, and I'm speaking from experience. That's the things that, you know, I can say that I do have some quite a bit of substance abuse treatment background, you know, and that's real talk, because I've been there, did that, hated it, but I have to detach from people. I'm not going to let people run me to a point where my vibration is so low that I ain't even good to I can't even help my family or good to nobody else. No, if somebody is doing that to you, then you need to detach from them. If you're in a job that does that shit, either you learn how to detach from an outcome, or you go find another job, because it'll kill you. Learned all that the hard way. Got repercussions from it too, y'all. You know, people will sit over here and say, oh, I'm not in a stressful situation anymore. However, when you get out of that situation, your body there's repercussions from that stress. Like some of my health issues that I have, they didn't hit me until a few months down the road. And then I was like, oh shit, it was repercussions from trying to worry about everybody else instead of worrying about me. And yes, we do have to be selfish, because if I'm not here, what are my kids going to do? You know, if I'm not here to raise them, you know, there's just certain things. So is it okay to be selfish? I don't know why people don't realize. Of course it's okay to be selfish. You're only one you. You are only going to live here for a certain amount of time. You know, life is short. So it's okay to be selfish. I'm going to put that in there. It's okay to take me time, particularly women. We have a tendency, we want to take care of everybody else but ourselves. Do we schedule a me time once a month or once a week? No. Why? Because we feel like we're selfish if we do it. Stop. It's okay. You have to do that. You have to walk away from things. You have to go get some me time somewhere. I don't care if it's planting your damn feet in the sand for a couple hours. That's me time. You know, people say that's greedy. It's not. It is not. You know, do it. Go to the beach. Go take yourself out to lunch. Go, you know, sit in the park somewhere and just do you. I know. Oh, Belinda, I know. Because I know you try to take care of everybody else. I've known you my entire life. You have been that way my entire life. You know, taking care of everybody, all the situations. But you know what? It's okay to say no. If something's gonna put detrimental shit on me, I'm gonna say no, bitches. No, I'm sorry, I can't do that. Did it the other day. I sure as hell said the word no. Did I lose money on it? I damn sure did. Did I care? No, because it's me. There were certain things I'm just not in the mood for, so I was like, no, I really can't do that. I'm not doing something that's going to put me at risk like that. So I'm sorry about the rant, but I just want people to get that message. Been there, did that, hated it. I really did, but it has to be done. So with that said, I have to get ready to dip because I got lots of numbers to do. But I wanted y'all to see this beautiful reflection of what's been given to us this morning. I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely. Yeah, I do turn my phone off. If I don't answer people's messages, I have my phone cut off. I do. I sure will cut the phone off. I have done that. I deplugged from everything. So, just do that. There's time to do some me time. And just like I said, detach from outcomes because you have no control over people, places, things, situations too. I mean, you just don't have control over stuff. And when you try to control it, you become chaotic. You become sick. Some people become depressed. You have health repercussions of that. Just stop, take a step back at the situation, and look at you. Turn all that focus into you. Because we cannot help the world. We can't. There are some people sitting out there, they don't want your damn help. And they'll tell you. They're not ready. So let them sit on the let them sit on the fence. Just let them sit on the fence. People that are in the drug addiction field, it's a very, very difficult thing. You have no control over those people, so stop trying to control them. If they don't want the damn treatment, they don't want it. You can't shed them and bring them to light. You can't. So stop trying. You can't save the world. So that was my message for this morning, and I hope people share it because it's something that needs to be said. And I watch people try to control certain situations, and I see what it does to their health, and I see what it's doing to them mentally, and it's terrible. Anyway, this is pretty. There's those, you can't see what I can see, but you see those golden clouds over there? It's like, there's almost like people standing in there to me. It's really neat. I wonder if it's going to be like a crown sunrise. It's beautiful. So I'm going to get off of here because I want to take a couple more pictures to share. But I hope that y'all enjoyed this morning, and I hope people get that message of we can't control people, places, things, and situations. Take that energy and turn it into you. Yeah, I didn't walk away from it. Actually, when I moved back to Virginia, I wanted to resume the job that I had, but unfortunately in this area, I worked in a inpatient treatment facility. I worked with kids, teenagers ages 13 to 18 years old, and it was a year-long drug treatment program. So when I came to Virginia, I was in shock that they did not have that type of adolescent residential substance abuse treatment program like Georgia had. So it was pretty shocking to me. So then I ended up going to probation. So thanks. I'll have a good day counting. Let me take some pictures. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it.